You get illumination, then you begin to understand what God is trying to tell you through Enoch and why he's in the Bible. So I'm going to help you out a little bit because I believe God is shining some light on this for me. Is that all right? Say amen if you believe, if you're with me. All right, let's go to Genesis chapter 5, verse 22. Now watch this. We're reading from the Amplified Bible. Now watch this now. The Amplified Bible is like a study Bible in and of itself, in and of its own verses, what I call a quick study. If you don't have a lot of time to study, get the Amplified Bible. It'll help you study. So here we go. It says, Enoch walked with God. Notice in parentheses, it means in habitual fellowship. See, if you're going to walk with God, it has to be a lifestyle. You know, it's like why they say diets don't work. You know, diets are on and off. Lifestyles for life. You change the way you're eating certain things. That's not a diet. It's a lifestyle change. Amen, Sister Camille? All right. She's going to give me a gold star for that. Enoch walked in habitual fellowship with God after the birth of Methuselah. So he was the father of Methuselah. 300 years he walked with God and had other sons and daughters. Notice it doesn't say a lot about it. So all the days of Enoch were 365 years. Now stop there for a second. Notice that it tells you that he had sons and daughters. Do you know what that's telling me? That's telling me that you can, just because you have to do some natural things, doesn't mean you can't walk with God. Amen. Let me see if I can explain it to you better. In the New Testament, it says that those who are married have to care for the things of their spouse. And those who are unmarried care for the things of God. But here, it's letting you know you can be married and have children, but still make God number one in your life. Come on, somebody. Say amen if you receive what I'm talking about. In other words, you don't get a pass just because you married and got some children and grandchildren. You still need to focus on your walk with God. Now, verse 24. Now watch this now. Doesn't say a whole lot about the brother, but here comes the punchline right here. Verse 24. And Enoch walked in habitual fellowship with God. Somebody say, they already said that. So every time you see something in the Bible that's repeated twice, it's for emphasis. He's trying to get you to understand. Did you hear me when I said he walked with me for 300 years? Somebody say that's emphasis. He's trying to let you know. At the end of your life, don't nobody care about all them trophies and all that stuff you got. God only cares about, I said God doesn't care. God just wants to know, did you walk with me? So he said it again. And Enoch walked in habitual fellowship with God. Now watch this. And he was not. Ooh-wee. Somebody say, ooh-wee. And he was not. What you talking about, God? He said, his walk with me was so pure, so holy, so obedient, and so loving. Now watch this, church. For the Lord took him. That the Lord took him. Wait a minute. That the Lord took him. And the Amplified says, home with him. Now last time I looked, where's God's home? So that's telling you that God took him to heaven. Now, somebody say we study the Bible. So let's go to the New Testament, because whatever God says, God cannot change, God cannot lie. Whatever he said, it's got to be consistent throughout the whole Bible. So let's go to the New Testament. Go to the New Testament, Hebrews 11. Let's look at that. Hebrews 11, verse 5. Let's look at it. By faith, Enoch was translated. Translated? What's that talking about? He was changed and transported. He was changed and because you know flesh and blood cannot go to heaven. So that means that Enoch was changed, like some of us going to be in the rapture, in a twinkling of an eye, and was transported to heaven. Watch this now. That he should not see death. Did you see that? Meaning God did not allow his body to die, because you know if you still live in this world, what's going to happen? Your body's going to die. But God said, before his body gives up and gives out and dies, I'm going to change his body, translate him in the spirit, in the twinkling of an eye, and I'm going to transport him to heaven to be with me. Why do you think God did that? It's a question. Why do you think God did that? Because he is, I'm not going to tell you nothing that's not in the Bible. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death and was not found, because God hath translated him. Watch this. For before his translation, he had this testimony. This is what Enoch's testimony was. That he pleased God. He walked by faith. Everything God took. And the more he walked by faith, the more what? Pleased God was. You can't walk